Snow fell in thick, silent sheets as Adil trudged home from his late-night shift. The streets were empty, blanketed in untouched white. Christmas lights flickered softly from windows, glowing warm and cheerful, but the night felt wrong. Still, too still, as if the world were holding its breath. Adil wrapped his coat tighter and hurried along the narrow lane toward his house. He loved Christmas, but tonight the holiday glow only made the darkness feel deeper. As he reached his street, he stopped. Someone was standing outside his gate, a tall figure in an old-fashioned red coat, trimmed with white fur, holding a lantern. Their face was hidden by a hood. They weren't moving, not singing, just standing there. Adil felt a shiver that wasn't from the cold. "Excuse me," he called softly. The figure slowly lifted their head. Beneath the hood, Adil saw pale, cracked lips curl into a smile that was too wide, too stretched carol for the season. The figure whispered in a voice that felt dusty, like wind passing through bones. Adil stepped back. "No, thank you. I'm fine." The figure tilted its head, studying him like a curious animal. Then it spoke again. "I always sing on Christmas Eve." Adil's breath came out in white, trembling clouds. He didn't wait for more. He rushed past the gate, unlocked his door with shaking hands, and slammed it shut behind him. The house was quiet, warm, safe. He pressed his back to the wood and listened. Nothing. He exhaled slowly and forced himself to laugh. "Just a weird caroler," he muttered. "Just a late-night performer." He looked out the small window beside the door. The figure was gone. Adil tried to push it from his mind. He made tea, turned on the heater, wrapped himself in a blanket. But the strange encounter clung to him like a cold shadow. When he finally went to bed, he kept his light on, just in case. He woke up at 3:17 a.m. to the sound of singing. A soft, cracked humming drifted through the walls. A slow, broken melody. Not quite a song. More like someone trying to remember the tune of something long forgotten. Adil's heart pounded. The singing grew louder. It wasn't outside. It wasn't in the hall. It was in his house. He grabbed his phone and crept out of his room. Every step careful, silent. The humming was coming from the living room. He peeked around the corner. The lantern sat on his coffee table, glowing dimly. The figure stood beside the Christmas tree. Its hood was down now, and its face looked like old wax melting in slow drips. Hollow eyes stared into the blinking tree lights, the cracked lips moving with the broken melody. Adil stumbled back, making a noise he didn't recognize from his own throat. The figure turned toward him. "You didn't listen to my song," it whispered. Adil bolted up the stairs, slamming his bedroom door and locking it. He pushed a chair under the handle and backed away, trembling. His phone had no signal, only static on every call attempt. He heard soft footsteps climbing the stairs. Slow, deliberate. Adil's breath hitched. The footsteps stopped outside his door. Then the singing began again, low and mournful. The doorknob rattled. "I only visit the lonely," the voice crooned. "I only sing for those who have no one left." Adil felt tears blur his vision. "Please go away," he whispered. The singing stopped. Silence pressed down like a weight. "Then let me in." Adil, his blood ran cold. He hadn't told the figure his name. The door creaked, bending inward as if something was pushing it without touching it. The chair slid across the floor on its own. The lock clicked open. The door swung wide. The caroler's lantern light filled the room, flickering like a dying heartbeat. Adil backed into the corner as the figure approached, its shadow stretching up the walls like twisted branches. "On Christmas Eve," it whispered, leaning close, "I return to the forgotten homes, to the forgotten people." Adil squeezed his eyes shut. The lantern went out. Darkness swallowed the room, and the singing continued soft, steady until his voice joined it. The next morning, neighbors noticed something strange. A tall figure in a faded red coat stood outside Adil's gate, humming an old Christmas tune. Beside it stood another figure, shorter, newly added, mirroring the same cracked smile. Together they waited for the next lonely soul.